Hail to Michigan, the 2025-2026 regular season Big Ten men's champions for the regular season, outright clinching it tonight with their big win over Illinois as they win 84-70, and they just had a fantastic game from start to finish. Great energy, great defense, played together, had fun, had each other's backs, and it was just a joy to watch. No matter what Illinois threw at them, no matter what run they tried to go on, Michigan stopped it, and they are champions. They're going to get that number one seed in the Big Ten tournament, and it feels good. In fact, it feels so good that it feels great. It feels great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. That's what I'm talking about. We got a lot of people popping in here. Thanks for being here, everybody. We got Ray is here, and that's what I'm talking about. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Hail yes. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Soul is here. What's up, Brian? Yes, that's how you play it, minus the air balls. Yeah, I want to talk about that though, because that was a pretty cool with McKinney in the second half. I feel like was such a cool snapshot of what the environment that Dusty May has built in just 2 years at Michigan basketball. You have a player like McKinney, who's a freshman. It's on the road. It's a big game. He takes a wide open three and he airballs it terribly, right? Then he has another kind of bad play. Then he comes back. His players still have confidence in him. They pass it to him. He's wide open, and he has the confidence to take the shot again, and he drains it. But not just once or twice, but three more times. Like that was just a cool series. Like where a lot of times, under previous coaching regimes, you see a player like that, a young player, just kind of pass it off and be like, "I'm not taking that shot again," and lose confidence. But Dusty May just helps these players just have the cojones to just keep shooting. And then, I mean, he's so good. You knew what he's not going to shoot more than one air ball, but that was pretty awesome. Brent DeWitt is here. Nice to finally beat those guys. Heck yeah, go blue. 9 straight losses at Illinois, and that is snapped and ends today. First regular season Big Ten championship share since 2021 under Juwan Howard. First outright Big Ten regular season championship since 2014. Let me make sure. I wrote it down. Yes, because I looked it up. 2014 under Beeline. So this team is just doing all sorts of things we have not seen for a while. And that's why I'm excited for this tourney run that they get to go on now. They've been working towards this, and it is almost upon us. What a game. Like I said, it was just a joy, and that place was rocking. That's one of my favorite places to watch a game, like watch on TV. The way they have it set up with the student section and everything. Chrysler Center is great too, but going on the road places, that's always one that it's like, man, that place is gonna be rocking. They're gonna be loud. They had it out for Morris Johnson, but it was awesome to see him have such a great first half. The second half, he still played well, but I just feel like they started trying to lock him down more, so they went other places. And Mara had a huge second half. He was dunking after dunk after dunk. It was good to see him play well. That play in the second half where he gets that rebound while being held onto and fouled. Then he puts it back up with 3 guys around him and scores, gets the N1. Oh, that was a beautiful thing. And when this team's playing together, passing those alley oops to those athletic big men, dunking, it's just so fun to watch these guys play. And I agree, Ray. Morris Johnson was eating up that crowd noise. He was loving it, and you love seeing this team. This team just loves each other, loves to play together. Every time they go somewhere where they play a team someone used to be on, they did it with Ohio State with Roddy Gale. They did it with UCLA with Mara, but today it was Morris Johnson. They look for him. They make sure they get involved. They cheer him on. They have fun with him. But before the game in warmups, Yaxel's wearing a Morris Johnson jersey, which is just awesome. You just love seeing that kind of stuff. It's just what a good team. Question of the day. Could this year's team beat the 2013 team? That's a good question. I should ask that tomorrow, Brian. But I think they could, I think they could because that 2013 team was great. They had some great players, but you take away Burke, off that team. Uh, and are they as good? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't. This team, it's like, yeah, you take away Yaxel, it would hurt, but they have more than one guy that's just a stud on this team that can pick up the pace and carry the team, and I think it's just different. But obviously, that 2013 includes Burke, so yeah, in college it's one and done. So it would be a very interesting game because that dude, when he got hot, he could shoot it from anywhere within the inbounds and make it. He could be in the corner on the other end and drain a full court shot. He was something else. But I think they could. I'm with um, let's see, is it AMR Hafez, a Mr. Hafez? Uh, but yes, I agree with you. I like the cat on there. I think they could beat the 2013 team too, just because they're so deep and so complete. And I love that 2013 team, but they were a star-led team, and they didn't have. I mean, they had a lot of good players, but they didn't have the depth that this team has. Um, so much. But it would be a good game. They definitely wouldn't get blown out. Uh, let's see. There's something somebody said that made me think of something else I wanted to say, but it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me later. But what a win for Michigan. Let's take a look at the team stats over here. We're gonna check this out first. I've got it ready to pull up. Boom. All right. So in my short I did earlier, I talked about keys to victory, and Michigan did them all pretty much. They needed to control Wagler, and he really, and I thought it was Wagler, but the announcer kept saying Wagler, so I'm going to go with that because I assume they know better than I do. But he's really good, and he ended up with 23 points, as you can see over there. But uh, he only had 6 points, I think, going into halftime, or at least late in the first half. So they did a great job against him, and they did a great job staying out of foul trouble too, which was good. I mean, he's not. It's not the same as Boozer. He's not as physical, but the way he drives, he's very aggressive. So I was worried about the big men getting into foul trouble, but they didn't. They did a great job. So let's see here. Field goal percentage, we shot great, 53%, held Illinois to 41. 3-point, 36%. We had a stretch there in the second half where we could not miss 3-pointers. And that's what I was going to say. We had a Will Cheddar sighting. He made a 3-pointer in the second half. That was so good to see for him. Because man, he has just been at the end of the bench, and just has had a kind of a rough season. So it was good to see him get in there and make a big shot. Free throws, we made 14 out of 17. I said I want to see them above 80% in these big games, so that's a win. Rebounds, we out rebounded them, which was very important. I mean, they got us by one on the offensive end, but overall, we out rebounded them, and they're a very good rebounding team, so we got the job done there. Assists continue to be a strength for this team, sharing the ball, moving the ball. When they don't, it's like the Duke game when they play too much one-on-one kind of hero ball, dribble down and shoot. Like if they're moving the ball, sharing the ball, looking for each other, they're so hard to beat. Defense was great. 10 turnovers. You'd love to see that in single digits, but still, it didn't hurt us that much, and we've had worse. Sometimes we get up in the upper teens. So I'll take that. 10 or less, I'll take it. And points in the paint, we won by 10 points, which was another big one, that I really wanted them to win points in the paint, and they did it. So I mean, I think they watched my short before the game and just did all the things that I said to do. I'm pretty sure Dusty May had those ideas long before me. But yeah, they did all the things they needed to do. Let's take a look at the box score over here and see who our leading scorers were. Oh, come on now. Switch it up. There we go. All right. So our leading scorer, we had a tie, was Morris Johnson Jr., which was awesome to see. He had 19 points, 11 rebounds, just an absolute monster out there. And then Mara kind of took over in the second half when they started focusing on Johnson. Mara took over, and he ended up with 19 as well. I mean, 8 of 9 field goals. That's because he had a bunch of dunks, which is pretty awesome. He only had 5 rebounds, but he didn't need to get rebounds. And something that I always think about with Mara that is underrated, because he's a big man and we want to see him, just be aggressive and physical and always get the rebounds. But he is one heck of a passer for a big guy. I mean, he makes so many passes just around people. And that's like a part of his game that sometimes I think we forget about, is how great of a passer he is, looking for his teammates and creating plays for them. Pretty awesome stuff. And Yaxel had a great game, 16 points, 7 rebounds. He was really solid. Great game. Big men rocked it out tonight. They won this game. They dominated. It was great to see. And then it made that pretty easy night on the guards, because overall they didn't shoot great. Cadeau had a good game though. No turnovers, 5 assists. He had 7 points. Couldn't really find his shot from 3-point, but that's all right. Burnett, just had one of those games where he was solid. He's really good at not taking a bad shot. So sometimes his points are down, and it's only because like he likes to just, if it's an open shot or a really good shot, he'll take it. If it's not, he'll dribble around and pass it off and wait for something better for somebody else. Shedder had that 3-pointer, which was great. He played some good defense. Kaysen scared me a little bit when he was hobbling after that tough play that I thought was a foul, but they didn't show the replay, so who knows. So hopefully he's all right. He was still on the bench and he was cheering and smiling, so it can't be that bad. Probably just maybe just tweak something a little bit, but it was good to keep him out, make sure he was all right. Gale, his usual high energy stuff, not a huge stat sheet stuffer tonight, but then McKinney just had those 2 big 3-pointers. But he just affects the game in other ways too. So overall, great game. It's funny how against Minnesota, the guards kind of had to step up and win the game because the bigs were struggling. This game, the bigs just rocked it out, and the guards could just pass, assist, run the offense, play good defense, and let the big men take care of business. So what a game. What a game. Let's take a look at Illinois. Like I said, Wagler had 23, but besides that, they didn't do much else. Their other players, Boswell and Merkovich, they had 15 and 12, had solid games, but we were able to really just kind of keep them at bay, and they didn't have a ton of wide open shots. The ones that were open, they did make. But our defense was just good. We did a good job rotating because Illinois is a team that likes to look for matchups, and Michigan was able to stop it from being a problem. They rotated well, communicated, played great defense. So that was awesome. And now let's take a look at the schedule here. All we really have left are 2 big games again next weekend, really. Iowa on the road. Iowa's very good. That's going to be a tough game. Iowa's another tough place to play. That'll be a great test. And then Michigan State, we've got them at home to end up the season. And then it's on to the Big Ten tourney. So exciting stuff. And let's take a look here one last time at the Big Ten standings. There we are, 17 and 1 overall, 27 and 2. Nobody's catching us. We are the regular season Big Ten champions. That's what I'm talking about. So awesome stuff. One heck of a game. Let's see. Let me catch up on the comments here. I think they've eclipsed every team since '89. I mean, this team is something special. I agree with you. This is something you don't see all the time. Hopefully, every year we're going to be really good under Dusty May, but you never know. This team, they're just something special. So we got to enjoy it while it lasts. And yeah, best defense of the year. Marinrez dominated. And yeah, it was great to see Cheddar hit that 3. It was so good to see him because he did that all the time, in previous years. And this year's been rough for him. So it's good to see him hit one. Yes. And I loved that we beat Illinois in their house too, Brett. I agree. Awesome. It was awesome. It's been way too long since we've been able to do that. And I don't know if anybody saw it, but there was a dumb post from an Illinois social media poster person, and they tried to just make up some garbage about how they had a source that knew somebody in the Michigan locker room, and supposedly Morris Johnson's Jr.'s dad said that Michigan is having trouble in the locker room, and the players aren't getting along, and they're going to struggle, and they look like they get along real well. So it's just funny when you see dumb stuff like that people try to put out to cause a problem. Didn't matter because Michigan locked in and they did fantastic. Oh yeah, Kaysen's pass between the legs. I love Kaysen. He's got so much talent. He's going to be fun as he continues to grow under Dusty May's tutelage. He just keeps getting better every year. Let's see. Johnson Jr. comes home for a homecoming and steals a Big Ten title away from Illinois. Can't get much sweeter than that. I agree. Sweet, sweet, sweet stuff. Ah, man, what a season and what a win. It's crazy. It's hard to believe what we're witnessing. Dre 408, go blue. Heck yeah, man, go blue. Hail yes. Fantastic win by Michigan. It was just one of those games where, you know, I've said it before, but this team really does remind me of some of the best Michigan football teams. You know, early on, they kind of feel the other team out. It's back and forth. It's close. And then they kind of figure out what they have to do. And they start going on runs and they start wearing down the other team. And then in the second half, it just breaks open because their length and their strength and their talent and their depth just wears teams down, and they pull away and they win by double digits. And it's just such a you can just see it happening, and you start to settle in and feel so good. Once they go on that final run in the second half, you can just feel like the other team breaking, and you're like, yes, here we go. Here we go. And that was the case once again tonight. So, and you know, they always find a way to just get through. Got to take a drink real quick and win. I like to keep my like X feed or my social media feed up and see what some of the Michigan journalists and social media guys are posting stuff during the game. And some guys from the Wolverine were on there. Anthony was on there and talking about how he was sitting behind the bench, and Dusty May was not happy with the refs because of some of the missed calls. There was some travels that probably could have called on Illinois, and they were getting away with some handy stuff with which for some reason happens a lot. And usually that doesn't happen to a top 5 all year long team with superstar players like Yaxel on it. But they find a way to get through it, push through it, and not let it affect them. And that's huge because they need to be able to overcome that, because it's going to probably happen at some point in the tournament where they're not getting the calls. And it's good to see them just push through and look really good still. Let's see. I loved how when he was on the ground, they took the high road by helping them. Yes, I agree. There was that play. Great point, Ray. I was going to talk about that too. I loved seeing that play where, because a lot of times nowadays, you'll see two players run into each other or get fouled, and one goes down and the other just kind of stands there for a minute and then walks away and lets the guy's own teammates help him up. There was a play where Wagler went for a drive and Yaxel fouled him, and Wagler fell down. And Yaxel was standing over him, and instead of walking away, he just reached down and gave him his hand and helped him up. And it's just good to see. Like you love to see that in today's basketball, that good sportsmanship. And I think a lot of that has to do with Dusty May, what he's doing. I mean, I read an article before the game how Yaxel talked about when he was being recruited. A lot of different places where we're talking to him about money. We can offer you this much. We can offer you this, that, money, all these other things as part of your NIL deal to come here. And then Dusty May was talking to him about, I'm going to help you become a better player. I'm going to help you become a better person. I'm going to help you grow as a man, all these things. And that's what sold Yaxel on coming to Michigan and not going to the NBA too. So he's just a special coach, and this is a special team, and it is just awesome. Brett has some Illinois friends, and it's real quiet on that end. Oh, that's always the best feeling. Yeah, I don't have any friends. I got a couple of Ohio State friends, and I've got a couple Michigan State fans. And I know how that goes. That's always a glorious time when they're just, for some reason, it's crickets from their group chat all of a sudden. So enjoy it, Brett. Enjoy it. Let's see. Brian says rival team media saying they have a source. What went good with this morning's show? Top 5 dumbest things they say. Yeah. If you haven't checked it out yet, there wasn't a ton of news, so I decided to just try something different. I did a kind of a funny mockumentary, not mockumentary, but just a dumb video where I just talked about all the silly insults that rival fans throw at us Michigan fans, and I had fun with it. But I think I'll stick to the news daily from now on. It didn't do the greatest, which I that's what I'm a new channel. You got to try things out, see what happens. But anyway, it was fun to make, and thanks for those of you that watched it and commented. And if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. I was pretty proud of my thumbnail too. I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, that is one. You love when they say, "I'm not going to say who my source is," and it's like, you're not a journalist. Like, come on now, you don't have a source. Don't ask me who it is. I can't reveal it. Okay, my source is. Uh, what do they always say? Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. Trust me, bro. My source is trust me, bro. That's a good one, Brian. Um, Update on making our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we'll do a live stream celebration, and I'll dye my beard maize and blue. I think last time I checked, we're at 719, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So if you haven't subbed yet, if this is your first time checking out the Maize and Bluebeard podcast, I appreciate you being here. Consider subscribing. Get us one subscriber closer to that special day when I have a maize and blue beard. It's going to be fantastic. Um, Ray, thanks for watching, man. I saw you watched and commented. I appreciated it. Nicely done, my friend. Always appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Uh, so yeah, I'm ecstatic. That was an awesome game. Nothing to complain about at all. They came out right from the beginning, focused. Um, their sources is the bartender that keeps giving them the beers. Yep, that's how they came up with the idea. Oh man, that's so funny. It's so true. But yeah, from the start, they were locked in. They were ready for this game. There was no hangover anymore. I feel like they got that Duke loss out of them. We didn't see that kind of sluggish start like we did against Minnesota, and they were ready, and they were not affected by the noise. They just grouped together. They rallied around Moritz Johnson at first and got him going, and he responded, and they just took off from there. And like I said, this team with their depth, with how many players they have that can hurt you, their talent, but then they're also how well they play defense. They make you work for every point, and then their length and how strong they are. Like they just wear teams down, and it's just hard for teams to hang with them the whole time. And the times they've lost, you look at the two losses, Duke and Wisconsin. Wisconsin was just one of those games where Wisconsin just went off and they hit like a bajillion threes, and that's going to happen sometimes. And they only lost by 3. They had a chance at the end. So hopefully, and I feel like they learned from that because their 3 perimeter defense has gotten better and better ever since then. And they make it a lot harder on teams to go off with 3-pointers like that. And then the Duke game, they just got out of their game. You know, they played another really good team with really good players. Foul trouble hurt them, and they didn't move the ball like they normally do. They didn't play their offense, and it ended up hurting them. And even that game, which they really didn't play good at all in any area, they did not play their game, and they only lost by 5. So, and they've learned from that. These 2 games since then, you've seen them move the ball and play offense the way that they're more accustomed to, and you've seen them grow and gel together even more. And it's like, man, this team is coming together at the right time. I mean, they've been great all year, but it's like those losses hurt, but they're so good for the morale of a team to gel together and respond. And that's exactly what this team did. And now they're sitting here, regular season Big Ten champions. First time for Michigan outright since 2014, 12 years. This team is doing something special. And I mean, first year for Dusty, they win the Big Ten tourney. And now this year, hopefully we'll have regular season and Big Ten tourney, double it up with championships and put the cherry on top with the national championship run. What a season he's given us. It's just so much fun. And yeah, this team was fantastic from top to bottom. They just played so well together. I can't say anything bad. It was fantastic. Let's see. There was a couple of things I wrote down from the game that I thought was awesome. Oh, I loved also early in the first half, and then early in the second half when Moritz Johnson was still kind of the focal point. How awesome was it seeing him hit that 3-pointer and how happy he was? Oh my gosh. That was absolutely just incredible. And then he comes out in the second half and he had that great alley-oop dunk. So yeah, it was just good because he's one that I feel like so many games he was just so solid always. It's like you can count on him to get double digit rebounds and usually double digit points, and just be solid, great defense every game. And it was just great to see him be the focal point on offense like that and get the spotlight. Well deserved. What is another signing by Dusty May, grabbing Moritz Johnson. Just an amazing player, and he fits so well with this group. He's just so good at building a team and knowing who all to add together. And then, like I said, it was great seeing Mara, and I loved that shot of the bench when it showed Illinois' coach. He's talking to his players, and he's like, "How many dunks are you going to give him on a roll?" Because he was. I mean, Mara was just rolling to the basket untouched, and Cadeau's so good at finding him just over and over again, and that was hilarious. He was getting so fired up. Oh yeah, can you imagine that? Regular season Big Ten championship, Big Ten tournament championship, and national champions. That would be a pretty awesome night, because yeah, they usually do that the start of the next season, right? The first home game or whatever, or I don't know how they do that, but that would be pretty awesome. And I think they definitely have a chance. One down, two more to go. I mean, that Big Ten tournament, getting that number one seed is so sweet, because then you really just got to win a couple games and it's yours, you know. Whereas if you the lower and lower you get, the worse the gauntlet is that you got to go through to get there. So I think they got a chance, Ray. I think we could see it. Let's see. I can see one thing about Michigan I can't see with other. I'm guessing you meant other Big Ten teams. They love each other. They want to do anything for a victory, and that's a scary team. I agree. They are locked in. They're very competitive. They want to win, but they want to do it for each other and with each other, and that's a scary thing. You know, you see a lot of teams that have some stars on them, but there's just, you don't see that camaraderie, and you don't see that team that just is laughing and having fun and looking for each other, to get each other involved and all that kind of stuff. And they're also proud of how good they play defense. They're proud of how they can do all the little things, which is just shows how they're bought in with Dusty May too. Um, and they are a scary team, because any team that plays that well together, is scary, but a team this talented that plays that well together is even more scary. Jay Money's here. What's up, Jay Money? Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. How about them Wolverines? Big Ten regular season champs. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it was an amazing game, guys. I could go on and on about every player. Just everybody did their thing, played their role, and it was just an amazing game. Fantastic. Let's go blue. That's right. I agree, my friend. Heck yes. What a game. So yeah, now we got all the way till next week, Thursday night at Iowa, and then the big one next Sunday against Michigan State to end up the season. So we can bask in the glory of being champions for the next few days, next week, pretty much, until we play again, and it's going to be glorious. It is going to be glorious. I do. You can find me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, or as I like to say, TikTok. I'm on all those things. Not much growth there because I've only thrown my shorts on there. I gotta figure out how to. I mean, I know how to do it. I just got to take the time to start clipping my long form videos into shorts and just plaster them all over those social media things. But I am on X. You can find me if you look up Maize and Bluebeard podcast. You can find me on there, Instagram, and on TikTok. So yeah, I think on X I have like 12 followers. Instagram, I'm actually doing better. I've got like 100 and some, and then TikTok I've got like 20. But like I said, I don't really. It's hard to figure out how to grow on there, without making content specifically for that, which I could do eventually. But it's just there's only so much time in a day that you can make content for different things, and I'm pretty busy making content for YouTube. But I do want to try to clip my long form stuff and make more shorts to throw up on there. All right, let's see. Brett says, I'll be at the girls' game tomorrow to watch them beat whatever a tarpon is to me. It's a chicken turtle. Yeah, it is some kind of turtle. But yeah, that'll be good. They had a great win against Ohio State. That was a pretty sweet win in overtime. Kind of a scary one. Ohio State hit that 3 at the buzzer, but they shot it just a hair late, or they would have won by one. So, uh, yeah, have fun at that game. The women's team is special too, and they have one heck of a coach. So, yeah, I'll share it. Let me look it up. And I'll put it in the chat. Thanks, J Money. Duke and Virginia tomorrow. Ooh, hopefully Virginia can pull off an upset. That'd be awesome. Be checking that one out. All right, let me pull up my X real quick, or my Twitter. Oh, let's see. I gotta change this. It might be how I have it. I think I have it spelled instead of and. I think I put an N, like Maze in Bluebeard, because it wouldn't let me put an and. It wouldn't let me do that character. All right, let me share my link here. That's weird. Why is it not? Hang on, guys. I'll get there. I'm trying to get this to let me. This is embarrassing. Here we go. Profile. Good grief. That was ridiculous. All right. I'm putting it in the chat now. Boom. There we go. Nope. What? There it goes. To say why didn't it show up. All right. Let's see. Western Michigan almost pulled off an upset earlier today against Miami, Ohio. I know they're 29-0. That's insane. That's just wild to me. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I guess I haven't looked at their non-conference schedule to see who they played earlier in the year, but either way, going undefeated at this level, even if you're in the MAC, is very impressive. Maybe even more impressive if you're in the MAC, because it's not like you're a big program with 5-star recruits in the MAC. You're still having to get recruits that are lower rated, and you're coaching them up. So that's pretty impressive what they're doing. I would not want to draw them in the first round. They could be one of those teams that gets a. Yeah, he was furious to have. I bet being 29-0, he's got to be fiery and getting them all energized to be undefeated. So yeah, they're one that could be a sneaky pick to do an upset in the first round. I wonder what they'll end up being ranked, because you never know with those. I mean, the MAC isn't. I don't know if they would be a 29-0. Maybe they might get up to like a 14 or something, or a 13, but probably not. They'll probably be like a 15. But I don't know, 29-0. That might help them get a little bit higher. Just depends on what the other teams around those seeds end up being. But yeah, what would suck is if they end up losing in the MAC tournament. That would really screw up they'd probably still make the tournament, but oh gosh, it's a bummer. Yeah, it is. And it's just because of them being in the MAC and their strength of schedule and all that stuff. But it'll be interesting. Hopefully they just make a run through the tournament and go undefeated, so that they are clearly into the tournament, and then see who they end up playing. Hopefully not Michigan. Although I think Michigan can handle anybody, but I would like to see them win in the first round. Miami, Ohio, pull off a MAC upset. I love the MAC. I like Central Michigan. They're kind of way back in the day. I used to love, and it was when Michigan was not in the Rich Rod days, when it was tough sometimes watching Michigan. And I loved Dan Lefevre for Central Michigan. It was back when they upset Michigan State in East Lansing. You guys remember that? So I really liked watching them. They haven't been quite as good since, but let's see. In the lower conferences, only the winner of the tournament gets to go through. I know, that's what sucks. You would think if they made it all the way to the championship game, they'd probably be like 30. And then let's say they lost, they'd be like 32-1. That'd be insane if they didn't sneak them in somehow still, but who knows? Yeah, I would love to see them. Yeah, that would be something. That would be something. They're a scary team for whoever gets them. That's for sure. They might. Who knows? Uh, um, but all right, yeah, we're past the 30-minute mark. Um, I'll hang around for a few more minutes, so keep the comments coming if you have anything you want to talk about or say. Um, but yeah, Michigan again wins 84-70 on the road at number 10 Illinois, takes them down, and they are the outright regular season Big Ten champions for the first time outright since 2014 under John Beeline. A special team is pretty amazing stuff. They snap a 9-game losing streak at Illinois, and we're just breaking down walls left and right over here. Let's see. Last year, oh yeah, Oakland. Yeah, I know that was a bummer. I always like seeing Oakland in the tournament. Let's see, Brian says, yeah, Butler. Yeah, it does. It does. I think it does. Generally, that is true, but what might hurt Miami of Ohio, Brian, is what you said that they're ranked 21. But I feel like if they only lose once and it's deep in their MAC tournament, oh man, like a 30-1 team, 32-1 team, that would be so hard to not put them in. But who knows? We'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. Remember also that we're talking about the NCAA tournament. Look for more information down the road. I'm kind of figuring some things out, but I am going to do a community challenge, bracket challenge. So look forward to that. When we get closer, I'll do a video on it. I'll put info out. I'll create a little bracket group so that you guys can join up, and we'll have some fun talking about that. So that'll be a good time. 2005. Sometimes it feels like last year. Oh man, time flies, doesn't it? It's wild. 2005 does seem like last year to me. It's crazy how quick the time goes. It's wild. It's wild, guys. Life goes quick. You got to enjoy it while you can. Enjoy all the little things. Because that's what matters in life. The little things, like having an awesome basketball team to root for, like we do, who just won the Big Ten championship. Boom, shakalaka. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. We'll do this again next week after the Iowa game, of course. But for now, remember, I do daily videos every morning. Check those out. I also do question of the day every single day, and then I reveal the results on the next day's video. So be sure to vote on those if you have not yet. And I will, there we go. J Money agrees. Enjoy the little things. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you in the comment section. But for now, if you haven't subscribed yet, remember, subscribe. Maize and Blue Beard for real once we get to 1,000 subs. But go Blue. What a win. 84-70. Michigan are the regular season outright Big Ten champions. Go Blue. I'm going to count it down, and we're going to go out singing the victors. Sing it with me, everybody. 1, 2, you know what to do. Hail to the and hail to the conquering heroes. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and bust. Hail to the victors valiant. Hail to the conquering heroes. Hail, hail to Michigan, the champions of the West. Go Blue! See you guys.